Hello, second graders. Mrs. Meunier here. And today we're going to talk a little bit about measuring using inches, feet, and yards. And these are the standard or customary units that we use in the United States. And an interesting fact is that there are only two other countries in the whole world that use our system of measurement, and they are Liberia and Myanmar. We will talk next week about the metric system, which is used in all of the rest of the world. All right, thank you for listening, and here we go.
My mom says that I can buy 40 inches of the dot candy that comes on strips of white paper. The sign at the store says you can buy it by the foot or the yard. Candy by the foot? Candy by the yard? How can I figure out how much candy I will get? In this lesson, you will learn how to measure by using foot and yard length units. You already know how to measure with a ruler to the nearest inch. A common misunderstanding is thinking that a number on the ruler represents the hash mark instead of the number of length units from the zero or edge of the ruler to the hash mark. An inch is the smallest length unit in the customary measurement system. The distance between the end and first knuckle of your thumb is about 1 inch. So are some stamps, paper clips, blocks, and tiles. A foot is bigger than an inch. The distance from your elbow to your wrist is a reasonable estimate for a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot, and you can measure inches with a ruler. A yard is even longer than a foot. If you put both arms out to the sides, the distance between your fingertips is about a yard. 1 yard equals 3 feet. You can measure a yard with a yardstick. It's important to know how to estimate, but sometimes you need an exact measurement. One example is when I made this frame for my picture, but I didn't measure first, so it doesn't fit. This chart shows inches, feet, and yards. There are 12 inches in 1 foot and 3 feet in 1 yard. That means there are 12 plus 12 plus 12, or 3 times 12 inches in a yard. There are 36 inches in 1 yard. Remember at the beginning of the lesson I told you that I could buy candy dots by the foot or by the yard? Let's figure out how much 40 inches would be. 1 inch of candy dots wouldn't be very much. Using a ruler, I can measure 1 foot or 12 inches of candy like this. 3 of these foot length units are equal to 1 yard length unit. This is easier than using inch length units because you would need so many of those smaller ones. I can also use a yardstick, which is the same length as 3 1-foot rulers. You use a yardstick the same way you use a ruler. 1 yard of dot candy is 36 inches. Mom says I can get 40 inches, so that would be a yard plus another 4 inches. Yum! Another tool for measuring larger objects is a measuring tape. We can use a measuring tape instead of placing rulers end to end, like we did with tiles and other non-standard units. We can also mark the end of each unit and keep moving it to mark and count the length units. Some measuring tapes are metal and are rolled up in a case. These can be used to see if things fit in spaces or how tall you are. Other measuring tapes are made of fabric, paper, or plastic. These are great for measuring objects with curved surfaces. I could use one to check my candy while it's still on the roll. In this lesson, you have learned how to measure by using foot and yard length units.
For this week's assignment, you're going to need some sort of a measuring tool, such as a ruler or a yardstick or a tape measure, because you're going to be measuring some things around the house. I want you to take a look at this ruler up top, and it's sitting right on the edge of the book. And they don't put a 0 on a ruler because it really wouldn't fit. It would be right on that line. So you have to be careful when you look at your ruler or your yardstick to make sure it starts at where 0 would be. And I can show you on this ruler below. Do you see how there's this little extra space here? And that extra space is probably so that if your ruler gets banged up and gets chipped, you still can use your ruler effectively. So you want to be careful, and I'll show you in the next slide how you can line up your ruler so you're making sure that you're actually starting at 0. So you'll see in this slide that I slide my ruler over until it lines up with the 0 on this particular ruler. So this space is just sort of extra, so you don't want to include that in your measurement. All right, let's say you only have a ruler and you want to measure something longer than 12 inches. Well, here you can see I've taken a pen and I've marked where my first foot would be. And then in the next slide, I simply move or slide my ruler to that mark, and then I can measure another foot. And I can keep going as long as I want, as long as I'm careful to mark where each one left off. Sometimes a ruler isn't the best tool to measure something that might be hanging on your wall, for example. So in this case, I'd have a hard time getting my ruler getting a way to mark my ruler. So another option for me would be to use a measuring tape. If you have one of those, that's handy to use for things that are a little bit longer. For this particular measurement, I've got a little bit more than 32 inches. So for this one, I think I would feel safe just calling this about 32 inches, and you can write it using that notation here. Or you can also write 32 inches, and the abbreviation for inch is IN, period. Okay, have fun with your measuring this week, especially if you're measuring something that's a little bit squirmy.
Hold on. And we're going to take a tape measure. We're going to go from foot to head. 29 inches. 29.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.